How's it going, everyone? This is Tom with Jailbreak Nation. Today I thought I'd show you 10 really awesome features included in iOS 6, which of course is Apple's new iPhone operating system, or iOS operating system. And basically, it's not the biggest upgrade we've ever seen from Apple, but it certainly is good, and there are some nice upgrades. So the first is the Do Not Disturb toggle, which I'm going to show you. And as you can see, it's literally just a toggle in the Settings app, and that puts this little kind of nighttime mode in your status bar there, and it basically just takes away notifications, and the notifications will still go through, but nothing will happen. That is the Do Not Disturb toggle. Next is the ability for phones. There's more features within the phone app. As you can see, if you get called there, you get the option to reply with message or remind me later, to slide up. So you can see that you can reply with a message. So if I wanted to say what's up, it would automatically send a text in the background. It doesn't even come up on my phone, so very, very handy and very useful. And then if we just get a phone call once again, if I can just do it here. I'm sorry, I'm a bit slow. There you go. Basically, you just slide up once again on the little phone here, and you can remind me later. So you could say when I leave or in 1 hour. And that will get sent, and it will send you a reminder to ring the person back. Next is Facebook integration. These are in no order. I'm just showing you, 10 cool features. And as you can see, if I had a Facebook account set up there, you can share it just like Twitter. You can share media just like you can on Twitter in iOS 5. So, for example, you just press the tweet button, and then you get the little pop-up box. That's exactly the same, but for Facebook integration. Next is the ability to FaceTime over 3G. Now, this is a little bit off and on because some networks have announced that they're going to be charging separate data plans, but the feature is there, and you no longer have to jailbreak for this functionality, which, let's face it, should have been there from the start, but oh well, it is there now in iOS 6. Siri also gets an improvement with more information, things like sports scores. You can now book restaurants and things, and it also comes to the new iPad and the new Ipod touches, which is a huge step forward for Apple. They're obviously the iPhone 5, taking it off of just the 4S and beta. I believe it's off beta status now, which is obviously a big step in the right direction for Siri and voice recognition software. Of course, how can we not mention the iOS 6 maps? Of course, it is well known that Apple is no longer using Google Maps in their mapping service, and I have to say I'm quite impressed. I wasn't expecting anywhere near the polishedness that this is. Of course, that is not a proper term. You also get flyover in certain cities on compatible devices, which is the iPhone 4S, the new iPad, the iPad 2, and obviously the iPhone 5, when it comes out. But it's actually a very well done Maps app. Is very complete. It's not, I would have thought that it's not going to have as many features and things like that. It's very similar to Google Maps, and that's always a good thing. Next is the updated Mail app, which actually has some really useful features. It's got add VIP, so you can add certain contacts to see all of their emails. As you can see, it's got the pull to refresh option here, and this is the first time the Maps app has been opened on my iPhone 4 here on iOS 6, so it's going a little bit crazy. But some solid features in the Maps upgrade, in the Mail upgrade, so that's always good to check out. Next is the App Store application, and really like this. Absolutely, actually, there's some really nice design work gone on. They're really taking advantage of their purchase of Chomp, but pretty much the best feature for me is the addition of the Genius tab, but we'll show that in a second. As you can see here, all of the, it's kind of a card style interface as opposed to, the standard. Here's the Genius. This is more the card style interface, which we'll see on the iPad, but as you can see, it just looks really cool. I'm liking the Genius applications, as it really does show off some applications which you wouldn't normally know about. Next up is Safari, the new version of Safari in iOS 6. So as you can see here it is, and it doesn't look like there's much different, but there really is. So if we just go to jailbreaknation.com, you get various features. So if we just take my iPhone out of the dock here, turn it into landscape orientation, you can see that we have the full screen button at the bottom, which is a really nice addition. This is even going to potentially stop some people using Chrome and things like that, as this also has the built-in Nitro edition, so non-jailbroken devices don't have to worry about using Chrome anymore, because Safari actually steps up to the plate a little bit more, and you get things like the share and all of that good stuff. And then you can even use iCloud integration, iCloud tabs integration here. As you can see, iCloud tabs shows you what's open on your MacBook or your Mac if you're using Safari on that. So it's a very nice, well-rounded browser, and they've really improved the Safari browser for me. And then last but certainly not least, we get the addition of a panoramic camera software for the native camera software on iOS, and apparently it's really good actually. Very useful for people who want to take panoramic pictures. They really do come up with some nice effects, and it's only right that the default native camera app should have one on iOS 6. So guys, that pretty much wraps up my roundup of the top 10 features in my opinion. I didn't include Passbook as I don't know how useful it's going to be yet, due to the fact that this is the GM version and it's not fully running. But it will be with the public release, so we'll all be able to see how much it will, revolutionize our daily lives. Let me know what your favorite features are of iOS 6 when it is released tomorrow. I thought I would get this video out early using the GM release. Again, tell me your thoughts down in the comments. This has been Tom with Jailbreak Nation.